Ken Holland had the cup. We live on the same lake in Kalamalka Lake, but he had all his kids were younger then. Ken's a worry word a little bit, and all these teenagers are over there, and Ken's getting tired, and and we're golfing and doing everything else. His tournament's coming up. He's a guy that never sleeps. He's exhausted. He had the cup for 3 days. I had it for 3, which was way too long. So he had it for 1. The cup guy calls me at like midnight. Kenny doesn't want the cup at his house anymore. He's worried about somebody breaking it. Somebody's going to steal it. Something's going to happen to him. He doesn't want to be on the hook. I'm staying at your house. The cup's at your house for 5 days. That was a turning point, which kind of started everything for the rough start in the season the next year. So I had it at my house for 5 days, but I remember the first night the guy showed up at about midnight, 12:30, and it was just me and my neighbor, Tyler Wright, who played in the NHL. Yeah. And a couple of my buddies, my wife and his wife, and just sat there. And I remember I never really looked at it closely before, like in that setting. I just drank a lot of beers, listened to way too much country music, and just read every single name. And we were telling stories about each player and went back to, I remember this when this guy played. That was a cool moment because in the chaos of having the parties and people around, you never really like step back and look at it and go through it and tell stories about the guys on it until that moment. So we did that till like the sun came up. Just talked about the players on there, 80s, 70s, which we could remember. It's a little bit out of my time, but the 90s, who won, and just, it was cool.